Are you ready to date? Now, if that question makes you a little defensive, pay attention, because this is geared towards you. This is like post breakup, divorce, whatever, and you're thinking about getting back into the dating scene. And it's important that you ask yourself that question. Am I ready to date? Am I ready? Do I have space in my life for somebody? Because dating is a lot of work. I mean, it is. But it shouldn't be a chore and it shouldn't be a burden. That's the difference. And if you've been out of the dating scene for, any length of time, and you're kind of wanting to jump back in, ask yourself if you're ready. There's no set time, because everybody's different, and that's a very subjective thing. And how do you know that you really are ready? Well, you may not know. You may be kind of thinking that you are, kind of wondering. I'm going to give you a couple of tips to focus on to kind of determine, if you can, that you are for sure ready or for sure not ready. But there's no shame. If you try to date and then you realize you're just not quite there yet, there's no shame in that. Just be honest and don't play games, and be honest with yourself first. If you are comfortable being alone, you've kind of reconnected with yourself, and you've kind of gotten into routine, and you're comfortable there, you're in a good place, then you're probably ready to date. And then the big question is going to be, are you going to want to give up that comfort that you've achieved by healing? Are you going to want to give that up? And that's another thing. But anyway, that's a good indicator right there. You have to have space in your life for somebody. Not necessarily, you don't have to make space for a full-time, relationship right away. But do you have space in your life to date and to make an effort to date? That's the question. Because we're all busy, and, making time and space for something new is not always that easy. Make sure that you do have that space for somebody and to try to date. Because, the people that you date, they deserve that. And you deserve that. So, pay attention to that. And if you are able to think about your previous relationship and focus on the lessons that you've learned instead of the negative things, the negative feelings, chances are good that you're ready to date. Because once you learn the lesson and you move, you're in a comfortable place where you can even talk about it or think about it, and it doesn't really, really hurt you, that's a good indicator too. But make sure you're ready. Absolutely. Because, you don't want to use it as an escape from being alone. If you are not happy being alone, if you're afraid to be alone or uncomfortable being alone, do not date. Just don't. Because that's not going to end well. It needs to be, you need to be making a choice to make space in your life for somebody. And that's the question. Do you want to? Do you feel comfortable in doing that? Are you ready to do that? And can you do that? Those are the things that you need to talk to yourself about. You don't owe anybody else an explanation about that except yourself. But be honest with yourself, and always be true to yourself, and always present yourself as the authentic you. Good luck.